Broadcasting from Hollywood, it's the official On Air with Brandon J podcast. Here we go.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Brandon J. Welcome to On Air with Brandon J. I'm joined by a doctor who has transformed the world of alkaline water. That's right, alkaline water. Dr. Ahmed Nooristani. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me. And it's an exciting topic. Can't wait to get into it.
Hey, man, it's incredible because I was checking out stuff online and I saw Lamar Odom drinking this. It's a pH of 11 plus, right? It's the only pH in that capacity, and you've created this. You got to break this down. What is this? It's like special water.
Holy water.
There you go. It's holy water.
Yes. So we know that the importance of alkaline water in the last decade or so. So a lot of water that's available, their range pH is about 8 to 9. So if anything you know about, Brandon, about pH, is a log scale. So 0.1, the difference is 10 times. So this drink is 1,500 times stronger than you're drinking water, but yet it is safe to consume. So why do we care so much about, the acidity or alkalinity or the high pH? Because there's studies have shown that it's going to improve your overall health. Is better for you. It changes your body internally and how it reacts to different disease process, decreases inflammation, boosts your immune system, increase flow. It just does so much. So Lamar is one of the many athletes that I've worked with that they use this and to increase their performance, to clear their head, mental capacity, etc. All gets changed with time, obviously, by using product like this.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And I know you've got a very successful morning show in Las Vegas, Nevada, Health Check with Dr. Nooristani yourself. And how has Vegas treated you with this ability to educate the general public on a daily?
Hey, it's amazing. So my goal as a physician is I'm an educator, right? How do you improve people's health? And you can only do that by educating and educating and educating. So we break down different topics that are important. The top 10 question, the top 20 question, the topics, a daily topic, like we talked about monkeypox, for example. We talked about COVID. We talk about different topics that are important to a lot of people, information, prevention, and how to deal with certain disease process, whether it's physical or emotional. So I love it.
Absolutely. And how do you balance all of this? I mean, you're running two nonprofit organizations. Running one, being a part of one in itself is a huge, tremendous responsibility, to say the least. But how do you do it all, man? You're running an ER facility, two nonprofits. How do you balance your time and this alkaline water as well?
So I think at a very young age, multitasking has been something. One task to do, I'll guarantee you I'm going to fail that if this was the only thing I had to do. So to me, having the passion, when I put my energy and effort, because I love it, I enjoy the process. So it's not work for me. People say, oh, you go to a hospital, I do critical care. So I'm at the hospital and you take care of these people. How do you do that? I love it. So to me, it's like, consider it as a hobby. Nonprofit are there. It is there to my heart because you have to give back. There's no way around it. As a human being, as a responsible human being, if we are capable, we have to give back. Because I'm a believing man, and I know somebody's gonna ask me, "What did you do with the talent that I gave you?" I want to be able to answer that I gave back. I did my part to the best of my ability. Since healthcare is so important, people are dying left and right without having access to healthcare. And I see it firsthand as a physician. ER is full. People come in, they haven't seen a doctor for 10 years, 15 years. Young people haven't seen a doctor for 10, 15 years because they cannot afford it. Can you believe that? In America, you cannot see a doctor because you can't afford it. This is just absolutely crazy, right?
Hey, doctor, America is a whole other animal, and that's all I'm gonna say, right? That I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I think you know where I'm coming from with this, and something I wanted to ask you, and I'm not really educated on it. And I've only seen what the media's talked about, but what are your thoughts towards monkeypox? Do you feel that it's got the same severities as COVID-19? And what I mean by that, do you feel it's going to have this, does it have the ability to have the same impact? Or is it something that you feel that they will be able to contain?
Well, I think, I mean, when you talk about COVID, you're talking about pandemic worldwide, millions and billions of people being affected. So this is a tiny little fraction of that. It's not deadly the way COVID was. Yes, it's pandemic. We have to watch. I mean, in the United States, as of last week, we had maybe 21,000 cases, and that's it, right? And then the amount of people that die from it is very little, very minimal, and those are people who are that have bad immune system, and they can fight the disease process. The reason, one of the main reason, is that we had vaccination for it, right? So those people who are vaccinated, majority of them are immune to this disease already. So we are way ahead of game. As COVID, we didn't know what the hell we're doing, how to deal with it, what to do when we get it, and it took time to develop the vaccine for it. So no, it's a just completely different animal, not as crazy, I mean, not as contagious the way COVID is, right? So I mean, there's no time for panic. I don't, COVID was completely different. So all we have to do is know what it is, how it is spread, and we could stop it, right? We could definitely take care of people who are sick. We have the medications that help them through that. The mortality rate is extremely low. So yeah, and I mean, different animal, I wouldn't even bring it in conversation alongside of COVID.
I understand. Now, thank you for explaining that. And another question I have for you, and I know this does not have the same capacity, but this is something that affected people decades ago, and that's polio. And I saw something that they found polio in the water in New York, and I'm just blown away by that because
So
of the
you
polio vaccine and all of those things.
so I mean, obviously, you have to realize that viruses are living organisms. Bacteria are living organisms. So they have to survive, and they will survive because they're going to continuously evolve and change to protect themselves, right? We give it a vaccine. And think about the rate of COVID mutation and changes that happened, right? We have, I mean, so many variants within a very short period of time. So poliovirus has been not around because obviously without vaccination has eliminated, but there's so many of them that left. It still goes to some changes, some mutation that make it resistant to vaccines that we have. So you're going to see a few cases here and there, but overall the virus doesn't have the capacity. The main case because it's not infecting enough people at the same time to have the opportunity to change.
That makes sense. Thank you so much, Dr. Nooristani. It's been amazing having you on the show today. If is any advice that you can provide to the general public, what would it be? Because we're moving into 2023. Are we expecting more outbreaks? I know it's starting to get cooler in certain areas, things of that nature. What would you say?
You know, educate yourself and protect yourself. That's the best thing. Make sure you're in top health. You got to eat right, exercise, sleep right, get your immune system tip top condition so you could fight some of these disease. We are heading to that virus. We're going to have the flu and cold season coming in. Surprisingly, and here's the fact, I used to see thousands of patients each year for different kind of flu viruses. Mandate. I saw only 5 cases in 2 years. It's unheard of. Be like, what happened to the rest of the viruses, right? It's just because
Wow.
people protect themselves with masks. So simple mask has a life-saving effect. So we just have to be protecting ourselves and be mindful. If you go somewhere, large gathering, if it is a virus there, the flu season, putting a mask may not look fancy and sexy, but it's gonna prevent you. And to going to the hospital. And most importantly, we have to be mindful about our elders. So if you have parents at home or you're visiting family that are older, you have to protect them. Just from that standpoint, you have to be mindful. So exercise, eat right, and most importantly, as I talked to you about the high pH alkaline solution, that will definitely give you an immune boost. So incorporate that as part of your daily routine, and stay away from doctors. Stay away from me. Don't see me.
Stay away from doctors, but you guys are the experts.
Or stay away from me in the hospital.
Oh, I got you. Dr. Nooristani, if someone wants to contribute to either of the two nonprofit organizations that you run, how can they get involved?
Okay, so there's many ways to do. Obviously, if they're from out of state, we run it strictly by donation. The first one is Slow Noor Foundation, SLO Noor NOOR Foundation.org. And then the second is called Savvy Health, SAVIE Health.org. You can go online and donate. I said, I, as a physician, and a lot of physicians that are there, we don't get paid. I'm not getting paid for any of that stuff. It's charity from my end. And then also, we have 600 volunteers that runs this clinic. Just to give you feedback, in the last 10 years, we have done over $50 million worth of free care. And we have saved thousands and thousands of lives, and we continue to do that on an ongoing basis. So anything helps. The more money financially we're stable, the more services we could do. As a matter of fact, we're planning to expand to go to the next county and around California. So pretty soon we'll be in LA.
That is amazing. And once again, guys, if you want to tune in to Dr. Nooristani in Las Vegas, Nevada, tune into ABC News Morning Show Health Check with Dr. Nooristani. Dr. Nooristani, it's been awesome having you on the show today. And I'm sure I will see you very soon in either Vegas or Los Angeles.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait. Thank you for having me. And hopefully the audience gets something out of this. That's exciting. Can't wait to get back.
And we got to make sure we get ourselves, get our hands on, I should say, that alkaline pH water of that you've been able to create. So congratulations on that. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Dr. Nooristani right here on Air with Brandon J. I'm Brandon. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to On Air with Brandon J.
Hey, oh, yeah.
Follow on Instagram at I am Brandon J.